Voting in West Bengal is closed, but the real suspense is just beginning. The official winner remains locked away until ballots are counted. If these exit polls hold, the BJP could leap to a projected 180 to 192 seats. These early numbers suggest the party is on track to significantly improve its standing from previous cycles. But the incumbent Trinamool Congress is standing its ground. Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has completely rejected those exit poll numbers, projecting absolute confidence that her party will retain power. This diagram shows exactly what it takes to actually form a government here. West Bengal has 294 total constituencies, operating under a first-past-the-post system. To take control, a party must cross this hard threshold of 148 seats. The battle for those 148 seats extends far beyond the state borders. This specific election operates as a high-tech practice test for the future of India's national politics. In 2021, the political conversation was dominated by the rollout of ambitious welfare schemes. 5 years later, the electorate has moved toward auditing promises. Voters are now checking the actual delivery of jobs and benefits before casting their ballots. That demand for results is fueled by a much stronger, highly organized opposition. The days of one-sided dominance in local districts are over, replaced by intense multi-party competition playing out street by street. At the same time, the ruling government has actively pushed back against traditional anti-incumbency, the usual voter fatigue with the party in power, by successfully delivering highly visible welfare schemes. Opposition parties can no longer wait for the public to naturally tire of the current leadership. Modern elections demand highly proactive, targeted strategies to sway an increasingly skeptical electorate. The most potent new strategy deployed in 2026 relies on entirely new technology. Artificial intelligence and deepfakes have become the core tools of modern political campaigning. Campaigns are using AI to digitally resurrect the voices of deceased iconic leaders, like M.G. Ramachandran. These synthetic voices bypass logical policy debates entirely, triggering an immediate emotional connection with legacy voters. This emotional connection carries a severe risk. When synthetic audio is indistinguishable from reality, it creates a massive channel for misinformation, leaving voters unable to separate a genuine political message from a fabricated one. The Election Commission of India is actively fighting back. They are running real-time monitoring interfaces and working directly with major tech platforms to detect and flag synthetic audio before it goes viral. While these algorithms are highly effective at speaking the voter's language, their deliberate misuse poses a direct threat to the authenticity of the democratic process. The demographic absorbing this digital barrage has also changed. The 2026 swing voter is young, digitally native, and turns up with specific issue-based demands. When surveyed, this demographic consistently points to two primary logical requirements: concrete employment opportunities and strict measures for women's safety. Yet, a paradox emerges in the final days of the campaign. Despite those logical demands, political parties blink at the streets with chaotic messaging centered entirely around identity, caste, and religion. This tactic persists because it works. Identity politics serves as a highly efficient emotional shortcut, mobilizing massive crowds far quicker than outlining a complex economic recovery plan. Logic and economic necessity might bring the modern citizen to the polling booth, but heavily engineered emotional narratives often dictate their final decision. When the dust settles in West Bengal, the national opposition bloc will dissect the results, using the data to blueprint their overarching strategy for the next general election. This map illustrates the impending delimitation. As the Lok Sabha expands to 850 seats, new representation concentrates heavily in the north. This creates federal tension. Southern states risk losing proportional influence precisely because they successfully controlled their population growth. This deadlock over representation has immediate, tangible consequences. The inability to redraw these lines is actively delaying the mandated 33% reservation for women in parliament. Regional clashes like the one in Bengal serve as foundational pressure tests. They reveal exactly how voters will react to the high-stakes constitutional reforms hanging over the entire country. When May 4th arrives, the raw seat count gives an incomplete picture. This chart illustrates a crucial dynamic. Party A might secure the necessary seats, but Party B is rapidly accumulating the underlying vote share. Tracking that exact percentage reveals a party's true grassroots momentum. Even if they fail to cross the 148-seat threshold today, A surging vote share proves they have the structural viability to win tomorrow. Beyond this cycle, a new battleground is emerging. Data privacy and the weaponization of voter digital footprints are becoming the central focus for future campaigns. The party that takes power on May 4th will be the one that successfully navigated the intersection of ancient identity politics and cutting-edge digital algorithms.